Hey guys, and welcome back. Now today's video is gonna be all about showing you guys the new changes that the LEGO that I recently purchased was able to do. Now as you can see, to the right of the screen we got A66 and we got the S-Class locomotive over there as well. I'm going to explain to you the changes that I've done to those, but just saying both of those changes are visible, but you probably don't know exactly what it looks like before. Lofty has all his changes done, and Benny even got some changes as well. So here are all the LEGO models that have gotten changes because of the new LEGO that I recently purchased, which arrived Monday this week. So without further ado, let's get into these changes, and I'm going to show you guys the new and improved models. Alright, so we're going to start off with the trains. So the S-Class locomotive and A66 both got the exact same changes. Now the changes actually come from the light, as you can see. The light is a little bit more smaller, and I just think it matches the scale of these locomotives a lot better. And then the second change is the roof. It's now thin going across the windows instead of 2 plates thick above the windows, which I reckon the 1 plate thick above the windows look a lot nicer than the 2. If that makes any sense. It just looks nicer in my opinion. We have a closer look. The S-Class here, it just looks so much more accurate and nicer looking towards the real locomotive. And I just love the new and improved roof design for this locomotive. You can see the back of the loco too, which is a little bit of a work in progress. I'm going to remove the plate underneath this so then the light can go up on the plate, and same with this bit here, but those are the pieces I had for now. I had to just do that. As you can see, there is a slight dip in the roof between the cheese slope and the curve, but that is what is required. So basically I took away a whole plate and height in this middle section, which then allowed for the S-Class locomotive to get the nicer window frame, basically. If that makes any sense. It just looks a lot nicer in my opinion. There is a stud, but I cannot find a way to make that become a tile because I need to keep the pattern of the yellow strip going all the way through to the front and the dark blue being in the middle. So the S-Class also had some red horns too, which look more scale accurate in my opinion. And yeah, no, the S-Class just looks so much nicer than what he did before. So that's the S-Class. We'll take a look at A66 as well, but yeah, mostly the same change really. Now A66, for whatever reason, in my opinion, just looks nicer than the S-Class most of the time. But the S-Class logo actually turned out quite nice, but I do still think A66 looks nicer than the S-Class. Probably because of the colour, I reckon. Like the red, the yellow, the black, dark grey, like it all just looks really nice. So yeah, that's A66. You can see it's got the same little light at the front, same roof design. The other side of the locomotive, the exact same look, just having the magnet coupling. So yeah, pretty much the same change for both those locomotives, as you can see. Now let's get to the Bob the Builder models. So let's start off with Lofty first, which is my favourite one, which I've said many times before on the channel. But yes, Lofty is indeed my favourite. Let's check him out. So, as you can see, the middle hinge in the middle of Lofty is now all blue. So there's no multicolours in there anymore. All blue. Those little 1x1 bricks with an axle hole through them were actually quite expensive in blue, which I said before. You can see Lofty's new crane attachment. It's basically using the same gear mechanism as I used before. but we now use Technic to get a thinner piece in between so it still attaches correctly. And as you can see, you rotate the back of the crane, rotate the back. As you can see, it still functions normally, and it's just as strong as the original crane too. And we got a little bit of a different knob here. As you can see, that controls Lofty's hook that goes up and down, which also works just as good, or if not better, than the original. And yeah, you can just see Lofty's crane is a lot more thinner compared to the overall size. So you can see just how much thinner and nicer looking it looks compared to the original crane. So yeah, that's basically Lofty really, with all of his changes. Very nice. Now Muck. Let's get a closer look at good old Muck. Now Muck has been the most annoying one so far, just because of the treads. Now you can't see what I mean at the moment. Oh, yeah, you kind of can. Yeah, the funny story is I was 69 short of these black tread pieces, right? I ordered 69 of them from an Australian store. They came, but they were then 10 short. So then I said, hey, I'm 10 short. And then he said, oh, sorry for that. He sent me the other 10. But guess what? It was short again. Instead of 10, it was 9. So now I'm 1 short. I've talked to him again, but he's since then ignored me. So I think I might have gotten scammed a little bit, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to have to get one more tread piece for Muck, because we are one away from being complete, unfortunately. So yeah, that's very annoying, honestly. Muck has his new bar piece, like it's not as long. It's thinner, so it's not so long, which I reckon that looks nicer. He has his correct red hinge piece there, so that's now legal. It's not illegal like it was before. And he has some extra detail at the back, kind of like the spring mechanism that they had on the stop motion prop in the show. So he could go up and down, but obviously I'm not going to add that to this Lego model because I think it just looks nicer just the way it is. So yeah, and you can see Muck's double thick treads instead of being 3, so it looks nicer. These gears do exist in red and black, which I was intentionally going to do, but they're really expensive, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Besides, dark grey doesn't look too bad anyways, but if you really want to, you can definitely get those in red and then the inner ones in black, so you don't have the dark grey poking through the treads, if that makes any sense. So that's really all of Muck's changes. That's very nice. Now we got good old Roly. As you can see, Roly actually finally has this piece in green. It used to be in light bluish grey, so that colour. It never was actually green because these pieces were expensive too. So, you know, I said I might as well get him. So yeah, because all the pieces full of Lego Builder models. As you can see, we have, look at this slope here. You can see like it angles inwards. Like, it's a little bit difficult to show you, but yeah, no, I can't really show you very well, but yeah, these slopes on the sides of Roly, they angle slightly inwards towards the front. Now, Roly is going to have a little sticker there, just like Muck. Muck's is custom made, so I handmade that one. And I'm going to hand make the sticker for this one, but eventually I want to get those in a nice print. So I can show you a picture of what they'll look like when it's all done. But for the most part, this is what Roly looks like. He got that changed to green, got that fixed up. He's got his brand new eyes, which look really nice. They still rotate thanks to the back section being a circle. So they don't rotate 360, but they couldn't do that before. And eyes just got smoother and nicer. And of course, Roly's new and improved mouse piece right there. So that's Roly. Now we get over to the other guys. So Scoop, where these guys get the least amount of changes. So really all Scoop got was, he got that piece removed. I think I've already said this before, but yeah, so the hinge is now right up against the bucket, as you can see. And he then got, this used to be split into a 2x2 tile and a 1x2 tile, but now it's a full 1x3 tile in yellow, which looks nice. And finally, one more change to the bottom of his backhoe. I just made it a double piece on this side, so it's just stronger instead of them all being single arch curves, which would have actually made it weaker. Other than that, Scoop is pretty much exactly the same. Now, we got Dizzy here. As you can see, Dizzy's now got her orange, all of her orange wheels, which look really nice. I'd love to get these in orange one day. They do exist in orange, which is good. I just didn't get them at the time because I think I've already told this story before. These pieces were the opposite way around, and they were really expensive in orange, so I just didn't want to do it. I got one from Muck, bucket there, but I didn't want to spend I don't know how much more money to get 4 more of these in orange, and it turned out I didn't even need those in orange, so I'm glad I didn't. But yeah, no, those are going to be in orange at one point, so Dizzy will be fully orange, which will look really nice, a fully orange frame. So that's Dizzy. Now, Benny's another small change. So never mind the multicolors, you can blame LEGO for not making these pieces in any other color than dark grey and light grey and maybe black. So his back bucket, it now has more room. Kind of difficult to see, but yeah, you can see it's like more hollow, so there's more room to put stuff in his back bucket, which looks nice. And his eyes are now fully black round tiles, thanks to the new clip piece with the studs. So I don't need to use the little bars that poke all the way through his eyes. Then you attach studs on top with holes in the middle to complete the look. But yeah, it looks a lot more smoother and matches the rest of my Bob the Builder models, which look really nice too. I want to eventually resolve the strength issue in here. It's not very strong. It's strong enough to withstand its weight, but it's not the strongest thing in the world. I'll say that much. So yeah, that's pretty much really all the changes to my LEGO models. As you can see the whole family of the Bob the Builder group look really nice. Travis was not included because, well, Travis is already done. He didn't need any more extra pieces, which is good. And yeah, no, I did all the updates. They look really nice. And you can see Benny's eyes are now matching all with the other eyes. Same eyes, same eyes, same eyes. And that's the same type of eye, but it's slightly different. Only Muck and Dizzy are the only ones that have different eye designs, which is nice. And of course, we got the good old S-Class locomotive and A66 with their new and improved changes, which looks so much nicer, in my opinion. I eventually want to put a sticker saying Victorian Railways on that, so I'll start that too. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I wanted to show you guys with my LEGO models. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys all next time. But it was just a little quick update on what the new pieces have achieved for my LEGO models. See you guys next time. Bye.